Previously, we explored the stormy childhood of Temujin. From the tragic death of his father to the bitter conflict with his half-brother and the harsh life of wandering across the steppe. On his path to power, challenges seemed to arrive like daily specialties he had to taste. But fate wasn't finished yet. What more would it throw at Temujin? Subscribe and let's dive into part 2 right away.
Marriage and early alliances.
At the age of 15, Temujin returned to the Anjarat tribe to marry Borte, the woman his father had promised him years earlier. Seeing that his future son-in-law had survived the hardships of his youth, Chieftain Day Sechin approved the marriage and personally escorted the newlyweds back to Temujin's camp. On the wedding day, Day Sechin's wife presented Temujin's mother with an expensive sable cloak. Instead of keeping it, Temujin re-gifted the cloak to Togrul, the Khan, that is, the ruler of the powerful Karat tribe and a sworn ally of his father. This gesture deeply moved Togrul, who agreed to support and protect Temujin and his clan. With this solid backing, Temujin was able to recruit skilled and loyal followers, gradually building his own power base. Around the same time, Borte gave birth to their first child, a daughter named Kojin. This marriage was not just a union of hearts, but also a crucial alliance, providing Temujin with vital support during the uncertain years ahead.
The war with the Merkit clan.
The joy of marriage was short-lived. The Merkit clan sent 300 raiders to attack Temujin's camp, seeking revenge for an old grievance. Years earlier, his father, Yasuge, had abducted Temujin's mother, Helen, from her Merkit bridegroom Chilaju. During the sudden raid, Temujin and his brothers escaped to Birkin Kuldan, but Bertay and Sakagil were captured. In accordance with Levirate law, Bertay was to be given in marriage to the younger brother of the now-deceased Chilidu. Unable to tolerate this humiliation, Temujin called upon Togrul and his childhood blood brother Jamuka for assistance. With 20,000 troops from these two allies, the counterattack quickly succeeded. Borte was rescued, though she was already pregnant and later gave birth to a son named Zhou Shi. Although Temujin raised the boy as his own, rumors about his biological father followed Zhou Shi throughout his life. Over the next 15 years, Temujin and Bertay had 3 more sons, Shagatai, Ogurdai, and Tolui, and 4 daughters, Shechiigan, Alakai Beki, Tumalun, and Al-Ultan.
The relationship with Jamuka.
After the victory over the Merkit clan, Temujin and Jamuka's followers camped together for a time, reaffirming the blood oath they had made years earlier. However, some scholars suggest that Temujin may have actually accepted a subordinate role under Jamuka, repaying the debt of gratitude for past support. After about a year and a half of cohabitation, tensions gradually emerged, prompting the two leaders to part ways. Most of the nobility sided with Jamuka. Only 41 nobles, along with several commoners, decided to stay with Temujin. They trusted his fairness and generosity and saw in him a chance to change their lives. In the years that followed, Temujin was recognized by the steppe clans as the Khan of the Mongols. Togrul was pleased with this development, but Jamuka was furious. Tensions escalated, culminating in a decisive battle at Dalan Baljut in around 1187. Sources differ on the outcome. Most records claim Temujin was defeated, though some assert that he emerged victorious. Many modern Western historians believe that following this defeat, Temujin served the Jurchen Jin dynasty in North China for roughly a decade. Chronicles from the Southern Song dynasty even record that he once served as a slave of the Jin, formerly dismissed as an expression of nationalistic contempt. The statement is now thought to contain some truth, since historical records are largely silent on Temujin's whereabouts from the time after his clash with Jamuka until 1195. In reality, taking refuge across the border was a common practice for disaffected steppe leaders. When Temujin re-emerged with significant power, it suggested that he had gained much during his time under the Jin. Eventually, Genghis Khan personally destroyed the Jin dynasty. This episode was viewed as a stain on Mongol honor and was deliberately omitted from most Mongol official histories, surviving only in southern Song chronicles, which were not bound by such concerns of prestige. After a decade in the shadows, Temujin was ready to return to the steppe, not as a wandering outcast, but as a rising power determined to unite the tribes under his banner. What awaits when he rides back onto the plains? Will the fractured Mongol clans bow to his will, or will the steppe erupt in even greater conflict? Subscribe and stay tuned for Part 3, where Temujin storms the vast grasslands and begins his relentless march toward the title of Genghis Khan. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.